Fiber Finance, we seek out the hidden gems in cryptocurrency. We will tailor your portfolio to work for you. Are you ready to transition your investments from traditional markets to cryptocurrency? Are your coins staked and earning interest? Are you overwhelmed with all the jargon in crypto? Is your portfolio underperforming and you want to reposition into consistent winning blue chip coins and viable projects? Do you feel like you missed out on DeFi, Metaverse, and NFTs? Here at Fiber Finance, we provide you with the data, skills, and tools you need to stay on top of the digital asset market. Fiber Finance, we are the future of crypto.
And we are live. Thank you for tuning in this beautiful Tuesday morning. Just wanted to switch it up this morning and do something a little bit differently than normal. Want to go through my portfolio and everything that I own and why I own it, and also where. I think it's important to show people how to own crypto. There's a big difference in holding a coin, staking a coin. There's a lot to it. So I want to just go through all that stuff and just go through a couple news articles real quick. One that I just was going through, Coinbase. We were talking the other day that they were doing a bunch of stuff in Australia, and now here that they're getting more approvals in Singapore. So it looks like Coinbase and Binance are starting to really solidify themselves, as well as FTX as some, the top exchanges. There's so much money behind Coinbase, and when you have that money and power, it goes a long way in this world. So we'll keep an eye out on Coinbase. I know the stock has plummeted, but I think they're gonna be here to stay. So that was something that interesting. And then also there was one other article. Where was it? About XLM that I liked. People I think are kind of sleeping on XLM. It's one of the coins that I'm going to talk about in a second that I own in my IRA. And Stellar and XRP, as much as there is hate for them, the XRP lawsuit is so important because we need legislation for the big money, for institutional money to start flooding into the markets. And that's what we want to see. So let's just get into it. So I want to start off with my IRA. I have an account with iTrust Capital. What's up, Bitfinesse? How to hold crypto. Exactly. It's so important. That's what I stress to people I work with, clients, and just people that I help. It's the one thing I stress is security and how to own your coins. There's nothing worse than getting hacked, losing your money. We know it just happened to someone in the Hex community recently, and it sucks. As we preach security so much in the Hex community here. So to see that happen still, it really sucks. So anyways, I had an IRA that I had started when I was a kid, and it was a Roth IRA, and I just contributed what I could throughout the years. And it's been about just almost 20 years now since that account's been open. And I took half of it, which was just under $35,000 in 2020, and I moved it into iTrust Capital instead of with just a traditional broker and in mutual funds and real estate funds, small caps, all the different vehicles that they offer with your traditional broker. And it was doing great, 10% a year or so. But then I found crypto. And as we all know, the gains in crypto are unlike anything else that I've seen, out there. So I took that 35,000 and I spread it into XRP and XLM. And at the time, Ethereum was my biggest purchase. I bought about 100 ETH at, I think it was right around $110 or so ish. And what I did was, as Ethereum went up, I sold a little bit, and kind of DCA'd into the rest of the coins I have in this portfolio. So XRP is my biggest holding, and I'm also going to get the Spark tokens 1-to-1 for holding XRP in that account. And right now, I think they're worth about 50 cents a piece. So that's going to be about 40,000 Spark tokens that's going to be given for free in the next couple of weeks. And then Stellar is the next biggest bag I hold because their partnerships, I think long term, Stellar has tremendous upside. And this last bull run, it didn't really do much. It didn't hit previous all-time highs. So I think this next bull run, these ISO coins and all of the green coins and just coins with utility are going to be the ones that thrive. So I'm from selling ETH on the way from 100 to 4,500, I was able to stack up bags of Cosmos, more Algorand, Matic, Cardano, Chainlink, Curve, Avalanche, Solana, Aave, Graph, Engine, and then just a couple, there's only $500 or $600 in Tezos, Mana, Doge, and SHIB, just in case. You never know what's going to happen in the future. So if you can afford to have exposure, they have a select list of assets on, I think there's 25 or 30 on the site. So when you're forced to choose, hopefully I chose well. Obviously I'm sure I didn't choose the best coins for the next bull run, but hopefully it's in the ballpark. Matic is doing a lot right now, huge partnerships. Algorand is so tied with MIT. Cosmos is an EVM competitor with their WASM. And, I really like what they're doing with the whole Juno ecosystem. So I'm a big proponent of all of crypto. And, this IRA has taken a massive hit in the last 6 months, but overall, I'm in this for the long term. I'm trying to think, where is this going to be 10 years down the road from now? And the beautiful thing about iTrust Capital is that they are adding coins consistently to their platform. So it's changing basically month to month. So I know they're adding Hedera Hashgraph, which is a coin that we really like, and we've been talking about as well. So as soon as they add that, I'll trim down a couple of positions and DCA into that coin. I don't think Ethereum is the solution long run. It's going to be extremely valuable. It's going to do well, but will it be the one that can scale to the masses? I don't think so. So, it just leaving the door open is something that I'm doing here. And iTrust gives you that ability to do that because you can buy and sell at any time, 24/7. You just pay a 1% fee and that's it. You don't have to wait for anything, and it's like I was saying earlier, when they add new coins, if it's something that you're interested in, you can go in and buy them. And you can also add up to, I think, $6,000 a year into your IRA with a Roth. So these are the coins that I hold long term. This is a 10 to 20 year portfolio. These are things that I'm not even touching this stuff in here. This is my long-term retirement, not even moon bags, but stuff that, layer ones, blue chips that hopefully will be around. And, if there's any signs that, Stellar is having major problems. I can get out of it and move it into Algorand or Matic, or if Cardano looks like they're doing stuff with their upgrades that are coming through. So it's such a changing ecosystem. The flexibility that iTrust provides you with constantly adding assets and being able to move in and out of them, and also gold and silver, they have them as well. So if you want to sit out on the sidelines and just buy gold, silver, that's an option too. So these are the coins that I own in iTrust Capital long term. I will not be selling any of them until they add a few coins like Hedera, like Quant into their portfolio. And then obviously I'll sell out of probably, some Solana, some Graph. But, just having a little bit of exposure to these, I think, is the play. I don't know which ones are going to be the top 10 coins in the future, but I can guess, which out of all these, which ones are going to do the best. And those are the ones that I've selected here. And we'll see how it goes. There's nothing that's guaranteed in life. And the more risks you take, the more you're rewarded. This legislation could come down and they ban crypto IRAs and I could be screwed. So, which is why I only moved 50% of my Roth IRA into crypto and left the other 50% in just traditional stocks and mutual funds, just for that what if scenario. So I want to go over now to my portfolio that I hold liquid. And as you can see, it's about $71,000 right now. And most of that is in Hex. That's more than half of it. I was lucky, got in early to Hex at 0.7 of a penny, and I'm 99% staked. So, it's been a blessing to be able to delay gratification, to not chase pumps, to not have to chase all these other coins like I was doing back in 2019 and early 2020. I had so many bags that if I had just held $50 bags, they would have turned into $10,000. But I was impatient, and I would come on to, Crypto Bubbles or whatever website and get, okay, what's HT? Oh, Huobi token. Wow, well, that's pumping. My Cardano has been doing nothing. So let me get by that. And I would just constantly chase. And it never works out. You need to do the opposite and look at coins that are down the most. Okay. And what's my downside? Huobi just pumped 9% or 6%. And that means it's going to drop down in the next day or two. That's how crypto is. Up, down, up, down, up, down. And I didn't understand that at first. I thought things were just going to keep pumping. And it was not smart. So Hex has taught me how to hold crypto, how to delay gratification, and to just accept what I own and just be happy with what I have. It never feels like enough. My goal was to get 1 million Hex. And once I hit that goal, now I want 2 million. And then it just never ends. So, to set goals and to not stray from them are extremely important. I really, when people say that in the Hex community that they only buy Hex, they don't look at anything else. I don't like that. For anyone that's bought Hex in the last year, they're down. There's not one person in, the last 12 months, even with staking, if you bought Hex, you're up. It's hard for me to say just buy Hex only. To diversify, I think is the move. Everyone that bought in this past year is down, except for people that bought in July, maybe. So for the last 5 months, you're about even, maybe up a little bit if you staked. And then if you look at, something like that I've been talking about forever on this channel, like Quant, which is my second biggest holding, if you had been DCAing into Hex and then took that, other 50% and DCA'd into Quant, you would have started to turn around big time in June, when it was down to $47. And I was talking about it with Hex Machina. We were sitting together live and I was saying, I cannot believe Quant is under $50. Like, this is the buy of a lifetime right now. With their overledger is the glue to what's coming with the CBD system. All of that is run with Quant. And you could see from that low, I mean, Quant has almost done more than a 3x. I mean, it hit up at 155. So if you've been DCAing into Hex only, you might have broke even the last couple months. But Quant, you would have started, if you had DCA'd into 2 coins, you would have started and to double up, triple up over the last 6 months. So anyone that has bought Quant from June up until 2 weeks ago is in profit. So it's really hard for me to not be diversified into multiple coins. It's obviously Hex is my baby. I love Hex. I love everything about it. So Quant actually has kind of helped for me keep that ship afloat as Hex has kind of just dipped and consolidated, which, don't get me wrong, Hex is going to explode again. And that's why staking is saving myself. I would probably have gotten impatient and sold some Hex and moved it around. And once you do that, you never buy it back. It's always too late. And I want to have my bags packed for the next bull run for all these coins. I don't want to be chasing them. So, the upside for Hex is tremendous. Now is the time to start getting in. The downside risk for Hex, I think, is much more minimal than it was over the last year. We've been in consolidation now for months. You're starting to see Quant take off. I think if you look at the last bull run, Doge was kind of an outlier. And was it maybe Chainlink? They kind of went up before everything else in the market. I don't know if it was Chainlink, but Doge for certainly. And this cycle, I think Quant could be that coin. They are just a couple tweets I just saw that about institutional money, them welcoming it, and the partners that they've been signing. I think there's 1,100 or so. I mean, it's coming. So institutional money is going to flood in as soon as this Ripple lawsuit ends. And I think XRP is going to really take off. And then the coins that are on the XRP ledger are also going to pump with it. As Richard says, as Hart's Law, that coins that are bonded together will rise together. So XRP is the liquidity for Sologenics and Corium, which are 2 of the other coins that I really like, just because of the passive income. Hex pays you every day for staking, and Sologenics is paying us every day, every month. In Corium, we're getting our airdrops till the end of the year. And once that ends, there's going to be a vote in January. And anyone that, didn't set up a trust line or didn't get their Corium, it's being put aside, and that's going to either get airdropped to holders or there's going to be a vote on what to do with it. So just from holding Sologenics, we've been getting Corium every month. And, even though the price has been going down on Solo, the Corium airdrop has helped make up for that big time. This pump was super artificial right here in the last bull run leading up to the snapshot. So we had told everybody, sell. Nobody was buying that I knew up to $6. We all started getting in here back under $1 on the way down to like 50 cents ish. And it's now at $0.25, but we've been getting our solo airdrops this whole time, or Corium airdrops, every month. and Corium is going live in January, their main net. So that's going to be exciting. It could be a moon bag, or it could flop and do nothing and end up being a shit coin. But it's a risk that I'm willing to take. It's a small cap coin that not many people are talking about. It's got David Schwartz's blessing, and I think it has tremendous upside. So it's been Corium and Solo have been really pumping the last week or two. They've pretty much doubled up. So it's nice to see that they've been kind of pumping with XRP. I kind of out of the blue pumped up to 50 cents. And I think XRP is honestly undervalued. The lawsuit has destroyed the value of that coin, and just the hate towards it it's like Hex. It's like Hex, honestly. Hex and XRP, I think, are the two most hated communities in all of crypto. And I don't know why. It is what it is. But bit finesse. I'll be holding bags because I'm never missing my chance. Exactly, bro. You never know. There's 15,000 coins, and I know for sure 98% of them are going to zero. But certain coins that have partnerships, have utilities, they're gonna be around. FTX, I have 25 of them. I've been trying to slowly buy a couple here and there, just because FTX just bought out Voyager's assets. Behind the scenes, they're making massive moves. So I think there's going to be a massive consolidation of all these small little exchanges, the MEXCs, the BitTrues, all those little things. They're all slowly going to start getting sucked up by the FTXs, the Coinbases, the Binances, and even like LCX, the security exchanges that are coming. I think it's going to be a massive consolidation. So to have a exposure to a major exchange like Binance, FTX, I don't like Coinbase personally. So that's why I hold a little bit of FTX. And then Hedera, another bag that I hold, and I love it for the technology, the partnerships they have, and the utility. On the testnet, there's been a massive increase in transactions. There's about a 2,400% increase in the last month, and that's due to Avery Dennison, Atma.io, LG, a ton of banks. They have so much going on, and also Saucer Swap. That is the Pulse X of Hedera. And for all of us Hexicans, Saucer Swap is Pulse X right now. If we've been playing on the testnet, but I've been using Saucer Swap, and I've been trading on here and trying to buy a couple of the coins that I think are going to be the long-term winners on Hedera. And DeFi has just came to HBAR. I mean, it's brand new. This launched in August. This went live. The swaps, the liquidities, and there's already more HBAR locked than Cardano. I just saw a tweet the other day that HBAR has now surpassed Cardano. And one of the things that I know people hold Cardano for is for the staking. You get 5%. It's risk-free. You delegate. There's Atomic Wallet. There's so many places you can just hold, and you don't even have to move your coins. You just accumulate automatically. And to see that HBAR has passed them in TVL in coin staked, that makes me extremely bullish. And just from using Saucer Swap, how fast it is. I mean, they are 3-second transactions on here. I mean, it's instantaneous. This energy trade token ETT here, I only have like $6 left, $7 left. I got this for free just for setting up the what do they call them? The token ID. I got an airdrop of like $50 or something like that. But I'll just show you how fast this is. So I'll swap for a little bit of HBAR because I'm running super low. So I'll just swap 900 or $1 worth right here. So I hit swap. Hold on, actually. Oh, we need to log in. All right, so you log it in right there. It pops right up. Hit approve, and 1, 2, 3 seconds, and it should be done. And confirmation. There we go, right there. Token swap done. So this interface. It's so clean. It's so fast. They have liquidity pools, swapping, and they have single-sided staking coming soon, which is what I will be doing with all my saucer swap. All of my H bar. So the reason I have a bigger bag of H bar than some of these other coins is purely because of the staking. On Stater Labs, the staking on here, when I first started in the summer, the APY was at 163%. And that's because the HBAR Foundation gave Stater Labs a grant of a certain number of HBAR, and every epoch or block, a certain amount is just distributed as rewards. So because there was so few stakers, those rewards were massive. But as people have came piling in, and now there's almost 1.5 billion HBAR locked up on here, the APY is just under 11%. It was about 26% a week and a half ago, and someone came in with 750 million HBAR, locked it up, and the rate cut down in half, but it's still almost 11%. So I'm staking this through my Hashpack wallet, which is tied to my ledger. So this is ledger supported, and then I'm staked through my Hashpack into Stater, getting almost 11% on my HBAR, which is one of the reasons why I have a bigger bag of that than these other coins, just because of the staking rewards. All the coins I own are utility coins, or they have major partnerships or use case that is going to me be extremely big in the future. This market right now, we're at $1 trillion. We are going to be at hundreds of trillions of dollars within 10 years. So, I think I'm trying to think long term and not be so nearsighted and have a backup plan. My biggest bags are in Hex. Well, what if Richard died tomorrow? What if Ethereum failed? How would that affect Hex? How would that affect Pulse Chain? These are things that I really take into consideration. What's my plan B? And for me personally, that's going after the coins on the ISO list that are Quant, XLM, XRP, Hedera, Cardano, Cello, XDC, another coin I really like, Zinfin. They're making a ton of partnerships in the trade finance industry. It's a $19 trillion industry that needs to be brought up to where technology is. They're using technology that's 20 years old. So financial messaging, trade messaging, that's what XDC does. And them, as well as Casper, I have a decent bag of that too. Casper, I love because of the staking as well. Casper, like HBAR, has native staking directly on the website. So you can go to casper.live right here. That's the website, cspr.live. And again, you can take your ledger and sign in with it and do everything through your hard wallet. So you're not giving away your keys. That's one thing that the Hex community is so good at. Not your keys, not your crypto. So I'm not giving my keys to anybody. Most of my staking here is done with my ledger. Nobody can unstake it without signing off on it. And that's how you protect yourself from hackers, from just anything out there. So Casper, the APY is over 10%. You come up to the top, you could do a wallet connect right here up on top. You connect your ledger. It's 3 buttons, and then you can choose who you want to delegate with. and you could see the performance, how much is in there, and you're getting 10% APY, no risk. And Casper is, I think, I'm super bullish on it. It's three cents right now, and I think Casper is gonna pull chain link type moves. If you look at their use case, if you look at the partnerships they're making, it's super bullish, and keep an eye out on that. Obviously, do your own research. Zilliqa, another bag I own, and I have a decent bag of that. I say decent, it's down a ton now. It's only worth $500, but I'm no whale, so to me, a $500 bag is a decent bag. And I have my Zilliqa staked on Atomic Wallet, getting 15%. And Atomic Wallet, it's an app. You can get it on your phone or your computer, and you hold your keys. As soon as you download it, you get your keys, and then they have staking inside there. But if you're not comfortable with that, they have staking. If you open up your ledger and you download the Zilliqa app on there, you can find native staking right through your ledger. The rewards are a little bit less. I think it's 12.1% versus the 15 that Atomic Wallet pays. So I have it in Atomic Wallet just for that extra 3%. And I mean, I've had Zilliqa. I got it under a penny when I bought Hex back in 2020, and it's just staked, getting that 15%. And I'm just leaving it there, just set it and forget it. So that's what I look for, coins I can buy, stake, and just not touch. And that's the same thing for API 3. It's an Oracle, basically going to compete with Chainlink. I like what they're doing, and it pays I think 26% right now. API 3, you can go to their I don't have it on here, it's in Firefox, but API 3 has staking. So through MetaMask, you connect to the dApp just like Hex, and then you can stake. Right now, it's at 26%. So I have it in there, and I'm just going to leave it, not going to touch it. Equilibrium is an XRPL gaming hub. They are developing a ton of games on there. This is a coin that I kind of bought into the hype of in the bull market last year, right around the Sologenics airdrop in December. We were a little bit excited. Hex was pumping. Everything was great. So I got a little bit excited on Equilibrium, but I do like it long term. XRP games on there, they're coming. So I think their first game is coming out mid next year. So it's just something that I'm going to hold and see what happens with. Polymath is a sleeper I think people need to look at. They are a fully licensed exchange, and I think right now nothing but upside. I mean, look, a year consolidation, chopped around, and now we're starting to make higher lows. I think obviously do your own research. I'm not going to go into depth about it, but it's just an altcoin that I like purely because of legislation. And I think the SEC, and they could potentially come crack down hard on the exchanges. So to see Polymath, they are fully legal in the eyes of the SEC. So I'm bullish on them. Just a bag that I'm going to hold. I don't think there's any staking for it, but just a random altcoin. And LCX is another one like Polymath that I don't have, but I really want to get a bag of. I'm up here in New York, and LCX, it's hard to find. They don't have it on Uniswap, which to me is odd. It's an ERC20, but it's not on Uniswap. But they are a fully legalized securities exchange, I think out of Germany, and they have one in Dubai, I believe. So LCX is one that, I think I'm going to, whatever bag out of here looks like it's going to kind of fade out or one that I'm not confident in, I'll just dump and put into LCX. So some other coins that I have are S Fund, Cetify. That's a huge gaming, what do you call it? Launch pad. So they have a bunch of games coming out next year. So I think S Fund is a sleeper, and also the staking on that coin is phenomenal. They have a bunch of different options for it, different lengths. So I have my S Fund staked through MetaMask, and I think it's at 24% or something like that. So that's just another coin. Games kind of popped the last bull market, but this next cycle, play to earn and just Web3 gaming, I think is going to really take off. And I want some exposure to that. And so I don't know what specific game is going to be popular. I don't play games myself, so I don't know. But I want to invest in the studios that are putting out the games, the launch pads that are putting them all out. So I don't have to gamble on a certain game. I can gamble on the companies that are releasing them. So that's why I really like S Fund. And another bag that I have for that is Super Farm. Elio Trades. He's started that, and he's just somebody that he knows the right people. He's tied in with the right people in crypto. So when you have those connections, I just don't see your project failing. So Super Farm is something that I just hold the bag of because it did phenomenal in the last bull run. So I just took profits on it at well over $1, and I just have a moon bag left of 2,000, and I'm just gonna keep it and ride it to zero to the earth to the moon. Filecoin is another, I think, super undervalued blue chip data storage coin. They have signed a partnership with Lockheed Martin. So when you see that Filecoin and Lockheed Martin, that's the United States government. They're not going anywhere. That to me tells me and gives me confidence that we're just early, that cloud storage is not needed yet, and it will be in a couple of years. So when you see a coin, Filecoin was at almost $200 last bull run, and now it's at $5. And this is the only coin that I do have on an exchange. I'm trying to be as transparent as I can be here for everybody. I keep that on Gemini because they give 7.25% interest, and I only have like 50 of them. So it's not, to me, what's the risk of it's $250. If they steal my bag, oh well, shame on me for trying to get that 7% interest. Elysian is a coin on the XRP ledger that I really like. They're doing stuff with NFTs and actual art, physicals, they're calling them. So if you ever seen like the Roman statues and the Greek statues of the gods and stuff, they're trying to tokenize that stuff and high-end art. So that on the XRP ledger. So it's just something that I have because they are having an airdrop the end of this year. They had 2 or 3 snapshots already. So I think it's called Annapolis is the trust line you have to set up, but that will be a free airdrop. The coin is called Athena, but that's the reason I hold ELS. Alliance Block or Casino Coin, that's another XRPL coin. They're trying to tie in all of the gaming industry. So if you are a gambler and you want to play poker online in the future, you'll be able to take Casino Coin and just use it at all of these online casinos. And since it's going to be KYC approved, they already will know your wallet, know who you are. So you won't have to register with these online places. You'll just be able to kind of gamble with them because your wallet, your KYC will already be your registration. And that's just something that I think online gaming is a massive, massive industry. And whoever can kind of tie that all together is going to be a massive, massive winner. And there's one other coin that I hold. It's Poker, PKR, and that they are basically blockchain internet poker. If you ever played it back in the day on Full Tilt or Poker Stars or any of that stuff, I used to be big into that. And if you look at their website, Poker, it looks identical to the online poker I used to play back in the day. So I haven't really seen anyone else trying to do that. So if they can pull that off, I think it's going to be massive. And also they have staking on their website. I think it's at like 11%. So casino coin and poker or for the internet gambling and gaming, I hold those. Songbird, it's the canary test net for Flare networks with XRP. I think that has tremendous upside. It's just been wrecked. It's down 90 some percent, but I have it staked in my Bitfrost wallet, delegated, and I'm getting about 50 a week. So it's about 5% on that. So it's not bad. Just stake it and forget it. And then Gala Gaming, another gaming studio. Love it. Radix is just an altcoin that I was told about by people that I trust. And when you hear certain things from certain people, I just bought a bag of it and I'm just going to hold it to zero or to where it could go. Aragon, ANT, another altcoin I had a bunch of in 2019, 2020. I withdrew it off of America's Card Room. I played a big tournament on there and had thousands of dollars. So what I did is I found all the coins on there that I could not get on any of the exchanges or apps I was using. So Aragon was one of those coins, and Kusama was another one that I had from back then. And I had over the last bull run just been taking profits on it, and at around $10. So I kept a little moon bag of like 100 of them or something like that. And I'm going to just ride Aragon to the moon or to zero. Who was it? Yeah, I think, who was it? Jim Rickards, or one of the big guys over there. He's into Aragon and has said that he holds it. And Kevin O'Leary, or one of those guys, also mentioned it. So they're trying to do like online like solutions to fraud. So if you get scammed or something, you can actually have repercussions. So they're looking at like internet security and basically like a judicial system type deal. So it just interests me. Darwinia and Veracity, both kind of gaming and metaverse type plays, just bags that I had last bull run. I'm just holding on to, certain coins that I believe in. And even though they're down massively, I'm just holding, 5% of 10% of what I had before, and just, like I said, zero or to the moon. Anchor, they are big DeFi protocol. And that was one of the coins that we found back with Hex back in the day, got in under a penny and, took profits on it. And now just keeping a little moon bag of that. Synthetics, same thing, have that staked. And Hedera, HST, that's one that's some DeFi on Hedera on HBAR. It's one of the coins I hold in my Hashpack wallet. Hedera Starter and H Suite and Tune FM, the Jam token, Galaxy. There's about 5 coins I like on there. Dovu with the carbon credits. So there's some interesting stuff going on there. I'll actually pull up my Hashpack wallet so you guys can see everything that I have on here. Like I said, I'm trying to be fully transparent. I'm not trying to hide anything from anybody. So I'm no whale. I'm like 99% of you guys out there just trying to, accumulate coins and pick the right ones for the next bull run. So I got that Jam. My sauce obviously is on here. I'm going to stake that as soon as staking comes available. The HBAR suite, I like that. They have some cool partnerships with the HBAR Foundation, Galaxy, and then H-Starter. Galaxy is basically for YouTube creators, content creators. Same thing with Tune, with Jam, the Tune FM. I mean, I have nothing. I have $40 in this coin, so I just hold them because I think they're unique use cases, and you just never know. Hedera, we're so early on this. DeFi literally just came out on this. I mean, we're super excited for Pulse and Pulse X. So this is it right here. This is what Pulse X is going to look like right here. I mean, this is the same interface. This is a fork of Pancake Swap, a fork of Binance Smart Chain. That's what Pulse Chain really is, what Pulse X is. So, I've been playing around on this for months, and I've seen how fast it's grown. So just getting in early, that's the key, is to get in early on projects and just hold them. That to me, that's been successful in the past. So that's what I'm going to do moving forward. I'm not a trader. I don't trade at all. I look to see, okay, if I'm going to buy something every week, I try to add to some bags. And what I do is I go and I look to see, all right, so this week I need some coins in HBAR, that ecosystem. What's down the most? I'm never coming in here and saying, all right, what's pumped in the last 24 hours? That's the last thing you want to do. These are coins you want to consider maybe trimming some off if they pumped up huge. So I look down. So let's see, nothing has really gone down in the last 24 hours that I hold significantly of, which is good, which means I'm not getting wrecked. But Galaxy, so I would buy Galaxy right now if I was going to add to anything, because it's down the most in the last 24 hours. And that obviously I would look for the week too. But that's just kind of an example of how I go about buying stuff. Colt Dow, obviously, that's something that is interesting. So I bought a bag of that. It's down in half right now, though. I think I bought like $500 worth of it or something like that. So that's down like 50%. But I have that staked and earning Colt, and then that Revolt coin or whatever. That's the rewards coin. I have that staked as well on Matic. So I try to, everything I own, I want to stake if possible. There's only a few, like Fetch AI. That was one from the last bull run that I had and trimmed down and just kept a bag of, because I think it's a unique use case for what they're doing. And then that's really it. Rally, I have a small bag of. And then, where was it? Chili's. That's the other coin that I really like, just because of what they're doing with NFTs. I really think, it's going to be massive in the future. Mobius have to run to a meet. Skybank, we should set a phase for the holidays. Yes, sir. Skybank. I will be coming back actually today for a couple days. I'll message you. I don't know if you're available on such short notice, but it's just going to be a quick couple days. But I'll be back in November for a week. So thank you for stopping in. Skybank, you are the man. Erwin, shout out Facing Reality. Biffiness, thank you for coming in. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Singularity Net, another bag from last bull run, held on to. Bridge Mutual, they're doing insurance on the blockchain. I think this is a really cool use case, what they're doing. This is going to be a coin that's going to obviously go to zero, or it's going to do really well. I mean, the chart is just horrific. I mean, if you look at it, it's nothing but down, but it's been consolidating now and capitulating a little bit. Hopefully it trends up, but there is work, there is development, there is building going on. So that is why I haven't completely got out of it, because there's actually building going on in the bear market. When you see coins that look like this, the Twitter's dead, the GitHub's dead, that's when it's time to exit your position. But Bridge Mutual looks like it still could have some life left, so I have it. And also you can stake it on their website for about 10 or 11%. So that's why I hold that. Getting the 11% interest doesn't hurt in the middle of a bear market. And then Lunar, that's another one I really like. And then I didn't put XCAD on here. I forgot. I have that in my ZillPay wallet. XCAD, I'm not sure what they do, honestly. It's an altcoin that I heard a lot about, and I got in at maybe $1, and it's doubled up since then. You can stake it for up to 180 days and earn 60%. So that's a big reason I hold it. And then Lunar they're in the Zilliqa ecosystem, XCAD. So, and then Lunar is too, and that's like a social engagement coin. I use Lunar Crush a lot to go and check to see how coins are doing social media wise. How many people are tweeting about Hex, how many people are tweeting about these coins. So you can kind of get a feel for what Twitter is thinking about coins. And Lunar Crush is the place I go to, and a lot of people do too. So that token LUNR, it's same thing. It's down a ton. It looks just horrific. But again, it's a coin that has utility. It's being used. And could this be the bottom? I don't know. We could wick back down, and this could slam back down to a penny. But I don't know. Some bottoming signs are starting to come in. But or this could just be a huge dead cat bounce because we're getting near elections. So you always got to keep both sides in play. And that's why for me, I'm thinking long term. I don't care what we're doing in the next month or two. These plays for me are 5, 10, 25-year plays out with my IRA. So no, delay gratification, think long term. ID and Zap, these two coins were just coins I bought purely off speculation because of where I saw them. I saw Zap on Ripple's website, and ID, I forget where, but they were just complete impulse buys that have I bought them just pure degen plays because of partnerships they had. And these are going to either go to zero or do phenomenal in the future. So these are my two extreme degen plays that have pretty much very little use case, but the partnerships just intrigue me. Why would Ripple have them on one of their websites? It was really bizarre. Or it might have been Stellar, but one of them had an app showing a mock portfolio of Bitcoin, XRP, and they had Zap on there or ID, and it was just really bizarre. And then I looked into it, and I just bought bags of it. I don't know, a couple $100 just because I like the degen plays. Staking Hex does get boring, and that's why I do hold other coins to kind of keep me busy, keep me intrigued, keep me not on Twitter, wondering when's Pulse coming out, when's Pulse X launching. I don't care if it comes out tomorrow or in 3 months. I'm having enough fun playing on Saucer Swap, finding new projects on here, providing liquidity at first just to see how that worked. And I lost some HBAR, but I gained some Saucer Swap, and it was just too risky for me. So I pulled out of it. And, there's tons of pools. You can learn how to provide liquidity if you have the bags to do it, understand how impermanent loss works. And you can do it all, not on a test net. This is all PulseX right here. So this is so much fun. And Russ, 25-year plays. Yeah, I don't know if you were here for the beginning, but this is my liquid portfolio. And then I have my IRA through iTrust Capital, my crypto IRA, where these coins, XRP, XLM, Cosmos, Algorand, with all their ties to MIT, we see what Gary Gensler's doing. He's on a complete warpath. So all his ties to MIT, I don't think they're going to fail. So I have a bag of coins that I'm thinking 20 years out, what coins are, if any, do have the chance to survive that long, which layer ones. And out of the coins that they gave me to choose from, these are the ones that I chose from iTrust Capital. So, XRP and XLM are the biggest two, and then all the way down to Dogecoin and Shiba Inu. Who knows if Elon goes through with Doge or with the Twitter purchase and all of a sudden makes an orange check mark that you have to acquire using Dogecoin or buy it using Dogecoin. You never know. So, there's Tezos is signing these random Premier League teams to partnerships, and I just see them popping up everywhere. I'm hearing a lot about the Graph, Solana. is the coin that's being fudded the most out of anything. So that to me tells me for some reason it's going to be all right and it's going to really do well. What I saw an article in 2020 when Chainlink first started to pump, then the SEC sued Ripple. Chainlink internally put out an article and fudded themselves saying, is Chainlink next to get sued by the SEC? And they did that to drive the price down so whales or whoever it was inside could buy more coins at a cheaper price. So once I saw that, it changed kind of how I viewed things. So all the FUD and intentional FUD on Solana tells me that it's going to end up being one of the ones that thrives in the future. As you know, XRP too, all of the hate and the FUD, same. So that to me makes me bullish. But I have these coins for these IRA I can't cash out until I'm 59 with the penalties. So that's over 20 years. So this here, I need to be looking for projects, partnerships, coins that are gonna do things and provide solutions for companies that exist. So this is a complete different bag of coins than what I'm holding in my everyday staking portfolio liquid of degen coins and just random altcoins and layer ones and exchanges. So I have a complete mixed bag, and everybody's different. Everyone's at a different stage of their life. And what we do at Vibra Finance is try to get you in the best spot so you're not panicking. So you can sit back like this, relax, and be happy with the coins you own, not freaking out because you missed this or you missed that. The Zen thing that just launched, there was so much FUD and positivity and negativity over a free coin. It was hilarious to see. And I went in and I lost like $70 in ETH on my 4 mints that I did. And I said, screw it. I gave up and I finally came back in and I got number like 40,000. And I checked back in and now it was over 500K last time I looked. So I'm actually not too mad with number 40,000 now or whatever I am. So that's free money. And it's something, there's so much stuff going on outside of Hex and Pulse Chain to be excited about. I don't want to harp on when is it coming out or bash this. I want to show love to other communities. I want to encourage other communities. I want to bring them in to Hex, show them Pulse Chain. And, I don't think we're going to grow as a community without engaging other communities. And I can tell you it's much easier engaging other communities when you own a bag of it, or you've talked about it, or you at least know about it and are familiar with it, can talk about it. And, it's been very helpful and beneficial for me. And yeah, I agree. Solana has, I think, too much institutional money behind it. And the fact that they're in constant testnet right now. Everything they're doing right now is just a test for the future. So let everything fail now, I think. And then in the future, we'll see, but to me, out of that list that I trust provides, to not buy or have a little bit of Solana is to me dumb. I could be completely wrong, and not buying into on whatever coin I don't own. Litecoin could be the biggest mistake. It's like the Peter Lynch approach. Gotcha. Got my Zen locked for 100 days. Yeah, that's what I did too. And it's crazy because mine was only like 1.1 million when I first did it. And now I looked yesterday and it was at like 6.2 million. So it's growing like crazy. So, I don't know what the price was, like 0.0001, but whatever. It's fun. It cost me $80 or whatever with all the gas. So as long as I can get my initial $80 back, I can't complain. It was free money. So these are all the coins that I own. Icosa, obviously I'm getting that from staking my Hedron, and VThor staking my V chain in Atomic Wallet. I've got about 4,000 of them. So, it's worth nothing. It's worth $5, but who knows in the future, it could do 100x and that could be worth, $500. You never know. Or it could go to zero, just like all this stuff. It's all a risk, but you need to do your own research and look at where you are in your life. And, that will determine your risk tolerance. How much risk do you want to take? So this is my portfolio, then what I have for my IRA, for my long-term never touch. And, hopefully it does well. It could get wrecked, but we shall see. Time will tell. So I'm putting this out there for everyone to see, making it public. So we can come back on this in 1, 2, 5 years down the road and bash it and laugh at how wrong I was. Or we can look at it and say, wow, you called some of these pretty spot on. And hopefully that's the case. So, Zen already getting listed on exchanges. I saw that. That's good to see. Zen, that could be the next Hex. Who knows? You never know. So I think it's too risky to not have exposure to this stuff. I'm number 40,000 and I could be on Twitter bashing Ethereum because I didn't want to spend $60. I tried to do 4 $20 transactions at like 85 Gwei and they all failed. So I was stupid and it was my fault. I could have just waited, but I was impatient and I got what I deserved. So I'm number 42,000 and whatever. I'm happy with it. So I'm not on there bashing Jack for creating a crypto or bashing Ethereum for stealing my money. We need Pulse Chain to save us. No, I did that. I wanted to get that top 5,000 rank. So I thought I could be special and I didn't pay $90, which I should have done. I should have just put it all together and put gas at 160 and just got one of them. But I messed up and I paid the price. And that's a learning experience. That's how you learn in crypto. That making mistakes and learn and saying, okay, this is the mistake I made. Next time, this is what I would do better to not make that mistake. So hopefully you guys learned something from this. I'm trying to be as transparent as I can be. If anybody has any questions, reach out. I've been doing this for 3 years now, full time, every day, looking at the market, looking into coins, certain projects. So I've got a good grasp on things now and kind of starting to see big picture what's going on in my mind. I could be totally wrong, but only time will tell. I want to thank you guys for stopping in, and we will see you on the next one. Hopefully tomorrow morning with Blockchain Monkeys. I'm going to be traveling, so I might have to throw a change up in, but we'll see. And we will see you on the next one. Thank you.
At Vibra Finance, we seek out the hidden gems in cryptocurrency. We will tailor your portfolio to work for you. Are you ready to transition your investments from traditional markets to cryptocurrency? Are your coins staked and earning interest? Are you overwhelmed with all the jargon in crypto? Is your portfolio underperforming and you want to reposition into consistent winning blue chip coins and viable projects? Do you feel like you missed out on DeFi, Metaverse, and NFTs? Here at Vibra Finance, we provide you with the data, skills, and tools you need to stay on top of the digital asset market. Vibra Finance. We are the future of crypto.